Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. We'll be getting started momentarily. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Traders weekly broadcast. I am Sami Abu Saad, Director of Education at T3 Live and professional trader for almost 15 years. Before we start, as always, we're gonna start off with a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss is for educational purposes only. If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below the video. If you find benefit in today's video, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. That helps support our channel. And if you have any questions for me or anyone at T3, send us an email, info@t3live.com, info@t3live.com. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about the market and let's go over some amazing swing ideas for next week. First, we'll go over the market. Nothing new to add to the market, really. Just continued bearishness, an incredibly bearish downtrend we have right now, 45-degree declining 20, just all out bearish. We did get kind of a wide range bar on Friday, which means usually after a wide range bar. Now Friday's, was a pretty big bar, but it also was a big gap. So, but usually after a wide range red bar or a wide range green bar, we get a doji bar. Like we had, there's the wide range red bar, we got a doji bar. There's the wide range red bar, we got a doji bar the day after. So we may get a narrow range bar tomorrow, but we may not. I mean, who knows? It's just an all-out bearish market. And if we were to look at the larger picture, let's say go over the monthly chart, really there's no support. There's a little bit of support here where we're at. We're dealing with it, but there's not much support at all anymore, all the way down to where prices came from prior to the pandemic. So we really look lower to, I don't know exactly where to, but again, anywhere in here. It could be as low as 164, 165 on the Qs, and maybe, the top would be 230, 237, I think. So I'm looking for about a 50% drop in the market. The Qs is down about maybe 34, 35. So I'm looking for a drop somewhere in this range. Now, again, unfortunately, it's not an exact, it's not a base or a tight range that I can pinpoint the exact spot that I'm looking for the market to drop to, but basically somewhere in this area. And that will be about a 50% drop, at least in the Qs. The SPY will probably be, I don't think the SPY will get all the way down to here. I doubt it. But the Qs, I think, will get down to about 50%. And in the IWM, we do have support around 140, the 140 area, and then 120 would be, I think, the ultimate on the IWM. So long term, still very, very bearish picture. Short term, also bearish, but don't forget, we did have a wide range bar on Friday, so we might get a narrow range bar tomorrow. So who knows? But longer picture is definitely bearish. With that in mind, let's go over the watch list. We got a few longs and a lot more shorts, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, we have about twice as many shorts as we do longs. I copied and pasted the watch list. I started posting my entire watch list for the day, for Monday, in the video description. Not just the watch list that I end up going over, but the entire watch list, my entire watch list for tomorrow. So that's posted for you in the description. But let me go over some of the more ready, the ones that I think look okay to, that have acceptable parameters to get in already. AMLX at all-time high, long, and then there's a couple of places to put where to put the stop. One would be right here as a 1, 2, 3 setup. Another place would be under 26 something, 2670, 2669. It depends on what your goal is, what you're looking to do. If you're thinking, you know, this is gonna be a quick swing for a couple days, then I always go with the tighter stop. If I'm looking to hold something long term, okay, because I see extreme relative strength, I see that it's breaking out over the all-time high with clean air above, then I may want to give it room. So as a long-term play, stop should go under the base. As a short-term swing trade, then I would say under Friday's low. Okay, and where's the entry? If it takes out 33.87, I'd give it to 34. So over $34. Okay, on the AMLX. FAZE, we day traded it last week, and it's looking higher on the hourly chart. So if you look at the hourly chart, it has that curling 20 MA. So over the base, which is about 590, I think. Yeah, 589, let's say 590. Stop under 535, it looks like. So 530. So I always check the bottom of the base, and I find the lowest point and put my stop under it. And then target about $8. Maybe target one would be at 702, as you can see, the high of that bar. And then $8 for target two. So FAZE as a transition A breakout on the hourly chart. LGHL is exactly the same kind of idea. It has an hourly base breakout just over the base, stop below it. Okay, and target maybe 160 almost, 120 for target one, and then 140, 150 for target two. Not my favorite idea. It might also be a little bit thin. Yeah, I know it's done 3 million shares on Friday, so it should be okay. TWLO is holding up pretty nicely above the 20 MA. Like it higher over this recent base or over the pivot, up to you. It's not one of the ones that I'm gonna be playing on Monday, at least not as of right now, not based on the way it's setting up. But it's a good watch because it resisted the drop in the market, and we know TWLO's down like 90% or something at major support. You see that? So it's down a lot. Could easily bounce to $100 or so on the TWLO, but the entry again would be the tightest entry would be over $78, $78.43, with a stop under $74, and target maybe $190, target to $100. And then on to the short bearish list here. We have CZR, which is a daily sell setup, so short under 36.70, stop over 39.85, and target the prior low, 31.30. I gotta say, the CZR is a casino stock, and most casino stocks are very bullish. So if you look at MLCO, that's my favorite. It's very, very bullish. LVS, pretty bullish. WIN is very, very bullish also. WYNN. So they're bullish. This is one of the exceptions, and it looks nice on the hourly chart. So under the base, stop above the pivot, and the target would be the prior low right here around 31.30. ENPH was one of the strongest stocks in the country because it was basing at all-time high, and finally it seems like it cracked and it is lower. You can see it based on the breakout failure. So we had a base breakout, and now as you can see it is failing. So short, stop. Okay, it's not bad coming off that all-time high. FSLR is another solar stock that looked invincible almost, really bullish, and yet ended up with a breakout failure. So it looks lower too, but I don't see acceptable parameters to enter into the FSLR. Okay, ENPH has a 1, 2, 3, 4, short under 352, stop over 369.34, huge stop. But this would be also, we would be looking for a large move down to the 200 MA, maybe around 205, 210 on the ENPH. Ford, I had a really nice trade on Ford that I called in the newsletter with a $2,000 risk, with a double the risk basically, because I liked it so much. I always like when I get a really large base and the stock gaps and breaks the base and then gives you a 1, 2, 3. Just love that pattern. Notice the base, when the resistance above is larger than the support below, there's no support. It already broke the support. The odds of a move lower are very high. And then that was target. 1125 was our target. It got down to slightly below, I think. Yeah, wow, got down to only 1113. So 1, 2, 3 short, and now has another sell setup. Short under 12 bucks, stop over 1263. And target, I would aim for 1075, I think. 1060. Let's say 1075 on the forward short. MNMD, I believe, triggered already on Friday, but I didn't get it. So short should have been under the base here, under the red bars low, 315. It's already triggered, but it does look lower still. It's not too late, I don't think. And it's at all-time low, not really. Looks like it has room all the way down to the bottoming tail bars low, to like $1.25. So short under Friday's low, stop over the base, target maybe $1.25. NCLH, the cruise lines are weak. NCLH has a sell setup, so short under 1240, stop over 1365, and I would say target 1 would be about 1085 or so. Target 2 would have to be managed. Okay, on the NCLH, not my favorite, but it's not too bad. It's very similar to the Caesar, to the CZR, Caesars. Okay, very similar setup. Like the OCUL has a daily sell setup with really big topping tails. So short under 428, 29, stop over 462, and then target the prior low at $3. So 420 under 429 by 462, target $3. Looks pretty good. SGH has a 1, 2, 3. We always like it. So what's a 1, 2, 3 pattern? A 1, 2, 3 pattern is when you have a breakdown bar, a narrow range bar, and then on the third day you get a continuation down. So here's a picture perfect example of what a 1, 2, 3 is. You get a really bearish breakdown bar, a narrow range resting bar, and then the third bar is your trigger bar, your entry bar. Boom, you're in. Okay, so we like it when the second bar, that's the first bar, second bar, third bar. That's why it's called the 1, 2, 3 pattern. We like it when the second bar is inside of the range of the first bar. In fact, at the in the bottom third. So if we look at the SGH, it is not. So that's the only issue that I see, is that it's not inside of Thursday's range. But I'm still gonna call it a 1, 2, 3, short under 1384, stop over 1450. Remember, these ideas are only valid if they trigger. Meaning, what if the stock on Friday were to go up 100%? Would that be a loss? No, it shouldn't be, because as you can see, it didn't actually take out Friday's low. Okay, so it's only valid if it triggers. If it doesn't trigger, no harm, no foul, no problem. SJ is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you have two doji bars, it's called a 1, 2, 3, 4. So short, stop, or short under the most recent two lows, the two bars. So either short under this bottoming tail under 130, stop over 154, and then or short under 125. I would say under 125 to be safe. Okay, on the SJ. And last but not least is the WDC, huge topping tail, which I always like. They're very bearish, but it makes for a large stop. So you have to make sure the reward to risk makes sense, that you have enough reward to risk. So short and under this bar's low, 35.22, stop over $39, and then target 1 maybe the prior low, and then target 2 I would look for the 30, probably should be in the 20s. I thought it looks like $31 area. So it's a, you know, it's a decent target, at least a second target. The first target would be the prior daily low. No, that's 31. So the monthly should be a lot lower than 31. 27.50. So target 2 would be about 27.50. So again, it's not a bad, it's a great setup, but large stop. So make sure always that the reward to risk is sufficient. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you have, again, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you have any questions, reach out by emailing customer service info@t3live.com. If you'd like to learn more about what I do and how to participate in some of the plays that I call, links below in the description. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Ciao.